What's going on, Minties? The Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition. And today, join me as I take a look at the upcoming collected editions. That is omnibuses, graphic novels, trade paperbacks, absolute editions. Did I miss anything? Masterworks, maybe? Yeah, Masterworks. I also talk about those if you've never seen this. For the month of December of 2019, it is the last month of the year, so let's take a look. Alright, so let's get this show on the road. Now, the first thing I want to say, as always, is that the dates are subject to change, such as the case with Red Sonja, such as the case, the Omnibus, by the way, such was the case with Absolute Swamp Thing a lot of times. So, keep that in mind when going through this list. The week of December 4th, we have Iron Man, The Mask in the Iron Man Omnibus. I've done an overview of that. It has one cover. We also have Annihilation Omnibus. That is the new printing. So for those of you that missed out the first time, if this is your first time wanting to check out the Cosmic Saga, that is the way to do it. Again, one cover. Ditko is Amazing King Size. So those big oversized hardcovers. Thor, God of Thunder. I'm doing an overview of that sometime this week, probably Friday. The Butcher Marvel Select hardcover. So those are those Marvel Select hardcovers. Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky, Volume 2, No Devils Only God, trade paperback. Champions by Jim Zub, Volume 2. Avengers Epic Collection. That's probably I'll do an advanced look at that sometime this weekend, because that's the Bob Harris and Leather Jacket years. The Gatherer's Strike. Spectacular Spider-Man, Low This Monster. Avengers vs. Fantastic Four. And I'm not sure, is this the new series? Or is this the old stuff? Okay, it's a collection of a bunch of different things. Fantastic Four 25 through 26, 150, 255, 256, Annual 19, and then Avengers 127, 233, 301, and 303, and Annual 14. And then New Avengers guest starring the Fantastic Four. Moving on to DC, we have Injustice, Gods Among Us, Volume 1 Omnibus. Hot damn. I am all over that because of you guys. You all said that is one of your all's most favorite stories. I do love Tom Taylor. It's an omnibus, so I will be checking that out. Hopefully, the damn printing will be okay with that one. Man and Superman Deluxe Edition. I believe these were the digital books that originally came out, and now they're getting a deluxe edition. Absolute Dark Knight 3. I totally forgot about that book because that kept getting delayed and delayed. So, that's finally coming out. Final Crisis Omnibus is getting a new edition, I guess, without the 10th anniversary. Black Orchid is getting a new edition, and that's a trade paperback. Hawkman Volume 2, Deathbringer. Justice League by Scott Snyder, Book 1. So there's a couple of DC books there, too. Deluxe edition. Superman for Tomorrow. This is the Brian Azzarello and Jim Lee story. 15th Anniversary Deluxe Edition, because how many times can you print that? Superman Secret Origin Deluxe Edition hardcover. Teen Titans Deathstroke, the Terminus Agenda hardcover. I think that one, if it doesn't say Deluxe Edition, it's probably a standard size. And Injustice, Gods Among Us, Year 5 Complete Collection. Oh man, so I guess Gods Among Us is really a Volume 1 omnibus. Now, as far as manga, we have Dragon Ball Super, Volume 7. Food Wars, holy crap, 33 volumes. You guys keeping up, says the man that collects One Piece. Speaking of One Piece, there is a Volume 30 coming out this month of December, on that week. Paradise Kiss, if you've never read this is a reprint. I love this book. It's got beautiful artwork. And let's see, as far as the other books from other publishers, we have The Complete Chester Gould Dick Tracy Volume 27 hardcover. Kick-Ass, The New Girl Volume 3. I think I've read one volume of Kick-Ass. Survival Fetish Volume 1. My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies, trade paperback. I'm hoping they do a complete collection of all his Ed Brubaker's stuff from that series. Fantagraphics Studio Edition Daniel Clowes, Clowes, Clowes hardcover. Birthright Volume 8. Is there Birthright hardcover? I keep meaning to get into that series. A lot of you all have been telling me to get into it. Choke Gasp, the best of 75 years of EC Comics hardcover. Moving on to December 11th, one of my most personal favorite books, is coming out. And I know it doesn't mean a lot to some people, but to me and people like you all that love when Marvel reprints or prints these orphaned issues that we're like, oh man, they forgot about these, because this was not included in the Jim Lee Omnibus Volume 2. This was not included in the X-Men x-cutioner song, but we are getting X-Men Shatter Shot hardcover. I hope to do a overview of that sometime on the channel. So look for that. So that collects X-Men, the adjective list. That means the second volume for some of the people that were asking me what that means. Because Uncanny kept going, and then as of issue 281, it formed a sister title, and that was X-Men. So this collects X-Men 17 through 24. Again, those were collected in the Skinner of Souls. Soul Skinner? What the heck is that called? Anyway, that's been collected before in trade paperback. X-Men Annual number 1 and 2. So we are getting the Shattershot crossover event. And that cover is, of course, Jim Lee's Shattershot from the Annual number 1. Uncanny X-Men Annual 16. X-Men Survival Guide to the Mansion. They even snuck that in there. Love that book. It's got some Joe Bennett artwork in there. X-Men Anniversary Magazine. And then material, the Shattershot story from X-Factor Annual 7 and X-Force Annual 1. $75. And I cannot wait for that book. Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four Volume 21. Again, this will have 2 covers. You have a direct market cover and then the variant cover that will be available everywhere else. Collecting Fantastic Four 232 through 240, Annual 16, and Fantastic Four Roast. House of X and Powers of X. We finally get a date. And like I said, this originally was supposed to come out the last week of December, but it is coming out December 11th. Collecting the 6 issues of House of X and Powers of 10, issues 1 through 6. It is $60, but the page count has been increased. So keep an eye on the channel. I'll be trying to do an overview of that, or first look at. Marvel Monograph, The Art of Ed McGuinness, trade paperback. I'll be doing a first view of that. Marvel Treasury Edition, Silver Surfer, the Black Treasury, the Silver Surfer Black, sorry. I have not read this, so I cannot wait to check that out. Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, Volume 6, Unspeakable Rebel Superweapon, cool title. X-Men Reload by Chris Claremont, Volume 2. This is his return to the series so he left, came back, he left again, and came back. So this is the 3rd time on the series. Collecting Uncanny X-Men 462 to 474, Decimation House of M, The Day After, and Uncanny X-Men Annual. Now, I believe this collects the rest of the series, including his exit out of Uncanny X-Men, where he didn't even finish one of the storylines. X-Force Epic Collection, X-Cutioner song. Somebody wanted me to do a comparison of this with the milestone of X-Cutioner song, and I'd be happy to do that. So when this comes out, Tigra, the Complete Collection, that's an all-in-one. Why the Last Man Omnibus. That's every single issue of Why the Last Man collected in this format, an omnibus format, all 60 freaking issues. That's a lot. $150. So hopefully that spine will be okay. I think I'm okay with my oversized hardcovers. Batman Detective Comics Volume 2 Arkham Knight hardcover, Green Lantern Rebirth Deluxe Edition. So don't get excited. It's not the Green Lantern Rebirth, the Hal Jordan. It's Green Lantern Rebirth by Jeff Johns. I know it gets confusing sometimes. Young Justice Book 4. Finally, we're getting this from Peter David, issues 20 through 32. Hopefully they'll keep going. Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. This is the newer series, or is this a collection of just random stories? Let's see. Yep, it's a collection of random stories. Guess cash in on that movie. Detective Comics 831, Nightwing Huntress 2, Gotham Central 6, Batman 567, Catwoman 16, and a story from Showcase 3. Injustice 2, Volume 6, Pearl, Volume 2. Believe this is the Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Gato's new series, so this collects issues 7 through 12. And Superman, The City of Tomorrow. This is Volume 1 of hopefully an ongoing format of collecting the Jeff Loeb saga during Superman. So this is during the year 2000 or 1999 when he came to the title, and eventually it all led to the Worlds at War. Is that what it was called? Worlds at War? Maybe. Now, as far as manga, coming out this week, We have, let's see, maybe for you, oh, Vinland Saga. There we go. Vinland Saga number 11 is coming out this week. So I'm a fan of that series. I love that they're coming out in hardcover collections. I heard that it was canceled a few times, so I'm glad that they have brought it back. So let's keep those sales going. Happy to see that back on there. So Vinland Saga 11, Firefly, The Unification War Volume 2 hardcover, EC Archives Modern Love, Kabuki Omnibus Volume 1 is coming out that week. Robert Williams, the father of Exponential Imagination hardcover. That is a cool title. It is written by Robert Williams. Nope, not Robert Williams. Yeah, Robert Williams and Matt Gleason. It's a career retrospective. 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank. I don't know how many times I've talked about this. The hardcover. It's one of my favorite Matthew Rosenberg stories. This was a local comic book shop special that was originally came out, I think, 2 years ago, and I think this is the 4th time I've talked about it this year, but it now has a date of December 11th. Isola Volume 2. I love the first one, even though the story can be a little confusing. Shout out to my boy Gio from A Week in Geekdom, who also thought the story was confusing, but the artwork is beautiful. Outer Darkness Volume 2, another story that I enjoyed. Rumble Volume 6, Last Night. Bloodshot Volume 1, and Sharky the Bounty Hunter trade paperback. I don't know what that is, but it looks like Mark Miller, and Simone Bianchi. Okay. Started. Here is a quick word from our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off the cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. And check out their bargain bin for even greater deals up to 90% off cover price. And for you minties, Cheap Graphic Novels is running a special promotion. If you're a first-time customer, let them know you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discounts, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. Moving on to the week of December 18th, Marvel Strike Force, The Art of the Game. This is The Art of the Game. Marvel Visionaries, John Romita Jr., Dead Man Logan 2, Volume 2, Welcome Back Logan. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, Volume 8. I had no idea this series was still ongoing. Yancey Street Legends. My daughter will be happy to hear that. Superior Spider-Man, Volume 2, Automatic. And that's Auto like Dr. Octavius, like Dr. Octopus. Death Head, Clone Drive, trade paperback. Now, this is a collection of the new series, the 2019 series, not the classic stuff. Loki, Agent of Asgard, complete collection. My wife is going to be so ecstatic about this. This collects everything, the Agent of Asgard, Loki 1 through 17, and Original Sin 5.1 and through 5.5, and then material from the .1 series. Iron Man Invincible Origins, I believe that's a Season 1 reprint. X-Men Summer and Winter. This was during Matthew Rosenberg's run. This has X-Men The Exterminated, Uncanny X-Men Annual 1, and Merry X-Men Holiday Special. So I guess it's all the leftover stuff that they decided to collect. X-Men Milestones, The Phalanx Covenant, $39.99, but it collects the entire Phalanx Covenant. So just a huge chunk of Uncanny X-Men Excalibur, X-Men, X-Factor, X-Force, and Wolverine. It's a big crossover event with the Phalanx. Defenders Epic Collection, End of All Songs, collecting New Defenders 138 through 152 and 1 through 4. So this is the final one for that series. Uncanny Origins, Myth and Magic. These are the small graphic novels. And Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Powers of a Squirrel. For DC, we have Animal Man by Jeff Lemire Omnibus. Somebody was asking me if that was put back as a hardcover. Nope, it's still an omnibus. Superman The Golden Age Omnibus is getting a reprint. Aquaman Volume 1 Unspoken Water trade paperback. I believe this is the Kelly Sue DeConnick run. Yeah. There was a hardcover version, a standard size hardcover version of that already released. And the standard size hardcover version, Aquaman Amnesty Volume 2 hardcover 48 through 53 and annual number 2 are included in that. Batgirl Volume 6. Batman Volume 11, The Fall and the Fallen. Tom King still writing that. I think his final issue is going to be issue 84 $4.85. I don't know. I can't keep up. I know Jim's Tinian's taking over. Female Furies is getting a trade paperback. And that is, of course, Big Barda and all the Furies from Apocalypse. But this is a series I have not read, but it collects the Female Furies 1 through 6, plus Jack Kirby's Mr. Miracle number 9, the issue that inspired the series. Green Lantern Volume 1, this is the Grant Morrison run. The trade paperback is getting printed that day, along with the Volume 2 hardcover, collecting issues 7 through 12 in annual number 1. Again, a standard size hardcover. The Watchman Companion hardcover is coming out that day, so I assume this is also it's reprinting the question? Oh, okay, cool. Pages from the promotional DC Spotlight. Okay, this was released in 1990 as part of the DC Heroes role-playing game, sanctioned by Alan Moore. Interesting. And Flash by Jeff Johns. Omnibus, the reprint, coming back that day. Will I get it because I have the originals? Probably, because I'm stupid. But this collects issues 164 through 191, and the Flash, Our Worlds at War. That's what I was trying to say, Our Worlds at War. Number 1, Flash Iron Heights number 1, and Flash The Secret Files number 3. If I buy that, this will be my 4th time. Let's see, because I had the original trades, updated it, upgraded to the second amount of trades, then upgraded that to the Omni, and this Omni. It's not a reprint. It's actually a new edition. And I'm an idiot. 20th Century Boys comes out this week, Volume 6. I love that series, and this is the perfect edition of Volume 6. The Dirty Pair Omnibus is getting an omnibus, of course, because I just said that in the title. What is this? This is... So I always thought the Dirty Pair was based on novels, not actual manga. Interesting. Goblin Slayer side story, Golden Kamui. That looks pretty cool. I've heard a lot of people talk about that. And let's see, Terraformars, Volume 22. And I remember reading some of that. I don't know why I stopped reading it. Ubelblatt, Volume 11 is coming out. And let's see, what else do we have as far as the books from Dark Horse and Image. Gladys Parker, A Life in Comics and a Passion for Fashion, hardcover. Legend of LOAC Essentials. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought that was League. Essentials Volume 14, Barney Google, 1928. Witchblade Volume 3, I assume this is the new series? Trade paperback? Yep, that's the new series, issues 13 through 18. Black Hammer Volume 4, I hope we get more Black Hammer library editions. Art and Many Mistakes of Eric Powell hardcover. I think he's printing those himself, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they're published through anybody like Dark Horse. Curse Words, Volume 5, Fairy Tale Ending. E.C. Kurtzman, Man and Superman, hardcover. Johnny Hazard, Sundays Archive, 1944 to 1946. Phantom, Art of the Ghost Who Walks, hardcover. Sonata, Volume 1, Valley of the Gods. That looks really wicked. David Hine, huh? I did like David Hine. He wrote, what was it? He introduced that character, Mr. X. Collecting issues 1 through 6. Okay. Ice Cream Man. I've heard a lot of people talk about this. I haven't read the first volume yet, but I've heard a lot of people talk about this. And Phantom Complete Dailies, Volume 18. Now, before we go through the last week, because there's really not much. There's only like 4 or 5 comics coming out. But please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. Join us on our Redbubble page where you can get stickers or t-shirts. Not like this, but I do love this t-shirt. I'm sure you can find one there. Yeah, that's all I will say for now. Because DC is the only publisher that looks like it's publishing... Like, everybody else is publishing comic books. Like Marvel's... They have 4 comic books coming out that day. But DC has 4 collected editions coming out. Unless, like I said, some things are... some things may change. Some things might get delayed and pushed back until the 25th. But this is for December 25th. I'm sure most comic book stores will be closed that day because it's Christmas Day, right? So they may reopen on the 26th, or they might get their stuff on the 24th. Regardless, House of Secrets Bronze Age Volume 2 is being released right that day. Omnibus Volume 2, so I'll be picking that up. Promethea Volume 2 Deluxe Edition. Waiting on my omnibus, DC. Supergirl Volume 2 Sins of the Circle. This is the newer series, I believe, by Mark Andreyko and Kevin McGuire. And Dial H for Hero Volume 1. Also the new series by Sam Humphries. And that's all I have as far as the 25th. But manga, we have Captain Harlock Dimensional Voyage Volume 10. And that is pretty much, at least for me, everything. Maybe publishers figure out that everybody likes to be home with their family for the holidays or doesn't like to spend money on Christmas Day. So, again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. I will be doing this every month. Once a month, I'll be telling you what the upcoming collected editions are. If you enjoyed this segment, please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you all are getting. You know, it's so nice to talk to everybody that let me know what they're buying and what they're into. I get a lot of comments and a lot of feedback, and I do reply, even though it does take me some time, and I apologize for that. Sometimes life, sometimes work, sometimes both get in the way, but I do end up replying to each and every one of you, even you people that don't like my videos and dislike it, but whatever. It's all good. It's all good. We all go out the same way. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. What was I going for? Remember, if it's classy and cool, it must be near me.